Hello friends, wherever you are and whenever you are, thank you for joining me today. As we dive into the transformative energies of November and the powerful 1111 portal, which is a beautiful gateway which holds deep energetic significance for me and for lots of people. November is a month of shifting perceptions which invite us to see new ways of seeing things and expressing our lives. And it is also the month of my birthday. So in the flow of November, we're encouraged to embrace the theme of remembering, to bring back all the fragments of ourselves that have been disconnected or lost or dimmed over time. This month's energy calls us to reunite with our authentic selves, healing any areas where we might have felt divided from who we truly are. So November guides us to take a closer look at the complex energies within us, the emotions, responses, and reactions that shape our motivations. The intention here is to listen, observe, and understand what makes our heart sing and what causes it to shrink. So when we tune into these feelings, we gain profound insights into what's driving us and where our true joy lies. Now here's where the 1111 portal comes in. November the 11th or 1111 is a powerful reminder and an invitation to align with our highest truth. It's no coincidence that this number represents alignment, or a gateway to higher awareness and a call to remember who we truly are. And it's personally significant to me, as I said before, because it's my birthday. The date symbolises my purpose and my calling to help us all reconnect with our authentic selves and embrace the beauty of living in alignment with that authenticity. So if you are interested in working with the energy of 1111 more deeply, I've created a special app featuring meditative transmissions designed to open, heal, and create with this powerful energy. And you can explore it here.
Hello friends, Denise Jarvie here. I was born on the 11th of the 11th, and my deep fascination with this phenomenon has created these meditations to expand your awareness of 1111 as the gateway into a remembrance of your soul wisdom. This beautifully designed, easy to use app contains 4 guided journeys. A short inquiry meditation will uncover the message 1111 has for you on that day. The Gateway meditation walks you through 1111 into a remembrance of you. The Transformation meditation opens your inner eye as 1111 shifts your perception. And with the Expansion meditation, you get to ride the eternal wave of 1111 into your creative potential. Please enjoy these inspiring journeys into your authentic wisdom and joyous light. Thank you so much.
So for many of us, the reason we feel separated from our authentic selves is a sense of unworthiness, a belief that we're not enough as we are. At some point, we may have felt that we had to be different, to be loved, accepted, or safe. This sense of unworthiness often fuels actions and beliefs that lead us away from our true essence. So to heal this, we need to address these beliefs directly. It's easy to fall into what's known as spiritual bypassing, where we avoid painful feelings or deep-seated issues in favour of quick fixes or feel-good moments. Real healing, however, means acknowledging all parts of ourself, especially the parts that feel unworthy or unlovable. So when we do this, we open up the space for genuine transformation, where we can rebuild, reorganize, and reinvent ourselves from the inside out. So as we work with the 1111 portal, here are some ways that we can remember, awaken, rebuild, reorganize, and reinvent ourselves. Remember. Bring awareness to the parts of yourself that feel split off or hidden. Journal about any beliefs that keep you from feeling whole or worthy. Awaken. Use November's energy to notice the new ways you want to approach life, whether it's in how you communicate, make decisions, or just be in the world. Stay open to seeing things from a fresh perspective. You are expanding your view to take in these new perspectives. It is like you have one foot on the earth and one with your soul. And it's okay to feel a little disorientated. You are reorientating yourself to take in many more ways of seeing things. So some of your old beliefs may butt up against these new feelings and make you feel really uncomfortable. But this is a sign that you're ready to tune into different vibrations and their perceptions. And you're doing really, really well. Rebuild. Embrace the parts of you that feel unworthy or unsure. So rather than pushing them away, invite them in. This is part of reclaiming your wholeness. Reorganize. Take a close look at your motivations and ask yourself what really makes your heart sing and what makes it dim its light. The thing that makes you feel most alive is your compass guiding you back to your authentic self. Reinvent and transcend. So every time we choose to align with our authentic self, we're reinventing ourselves. It's a constant journey of transforming limitations into freedom, shame into worthiness, and fear into love. So as we move through this month, remember that you are worthy of love, acceptance, and joy, just as you are. The 1111 portal is here to remind us of that, nudging us to step into our authenticity with confidence and courage. So let's make November a time of deep reflection and transformation as we each realign with the truth of who we are. Okay, so I'm going to pull two cards now, one from the secret language of light and one from my secret language of darkness. There are spreads in the darkness deck which incorporate both decks, and they're specifically made to work together. So to complement each other, to help us understand the light, so what is being lit upon us, what is helping us to awaken, and the darkness is maybe what are some of the beliefs that we need to just let go of, something that's a bit outdated, in order to really feel the light. Okay, so I've given them a shuffle, and I've chosen enlightenment. So that's really interesting for November, as we remember or bring all parts of ourselves back together. We are enlightening, we're aligning all parts of ourselves, so we're all coming together. You're creating a whole system within yourself instead of being split and disconnected. And with that, you will be enlightened. Now, know that enlightenment is something that happens from a moment to moment basis. It's not like where you get enlightened and you go, ding, I'm enlightened now forever. It's, as I said, it's a moment to moment process. So we have this understanding of something, and everything falls into place. It's like all the planets align and we go, oh yeah, I get that now. And you have those aha moments. Then what happens is that you expand your consciousness, and now you're open to new contrasting experiences that come to you. And some of them may push your buttons. Some of them may enable you to expand even further. But of course, anything that comes to you that's contrasting, it may challenge you. And so you're then going to awaken into the beauty of that contrast, which really just means then that you start to remember all sides of it so that you can become enlightened. Okay, so I'm going to just read out what I've written. And 4 and 3 is I couldn't add then. So that adds to 7. 7 is quite a mystical number. It's a number of really helping us to know what's going on underneath. So it is the making the unknown known, which is very much a scorpionic energy as well. So enlightenment. Evolution is guaranteed. You are waking up from your old habits and patterns. At times you may feel bewildered or not quite like yourself. Relax, all is well. You are just keeping up with your evolution and the life that you desire. Your body and mind are adjusting and adapting to your new and loving soul perspective. It is common for your mind or your body to resist, react, or panic when you experience the unfamiliar or the unknown. However, from this higher vantage, you can change any story that splits you in two and heal any wounds. You are not trying to replace a negative memory with a positive one. Instead, see all the components of a memory so that a new conclusion can form. An unbalanced memory recreates the trauma every time it is called about, or it is talked about, I should say, or remembered. This event or person will be blamed for pain in your life today. A balanced memory has no charge or activation, and it becomes wisdom. You may even come to see a challenge as the best thing that has ever happened to you. Once you change and heal your opinion, enlightenment will shine through as wisdom. So isn't that wonderful? So now I'm going to choose a Secret Language of Darkness card, and we'll see what it is that maybe we're holding away, what's holding us away from really being enlightened. So think of this as a general idea this month. So this month is really a reminder to see things from different perspectives, because all of those different perspectives, when you take them all in and you see them unconditionally through your heart space, will create an alignment which creates enlightenment. Okay, so I have chosen Reimagine. And this card is about activating your imagination, to reimagine how you want your life to be. Sometimes, people will say to me, but, is it all in my head? And, am I making it up? Is it all in my head? And I have to remind clients and students that everything comes from our mind. Everything comes from us. It is our reactions, it is our perception of the world that is creating what's going on inside of us. Everything is happening inside of us. We might think that it's this person or this thing that's making me feel that way, but in the end, it's you. You're the one creating that. And if you don't understand why that is occurring, that's a wonderful place to start to help you to understand. Ask yourself, why does this person make me feel this way? Whether it be loving or whether it not be so loving. Or why is this situation pushing my buttons? It's a really wonderful, that's a wonderful place to start with self-awareness and bringing everything back to yourself. Okay, so reimagine. Define who you are and create who you want to be. It is time to reimagine the stories you tell yourself. Ask yourself, where do I want to direct my life? What do I want to achieve? By asking these questions, you consciously shape your destiny, refining and clarifying your highest path. You can begin at any time, and there is no right way to start. You may wish to take charge of your work life, relationships, hobbies, or education. There may be an area of your life that feels unfulfilled, a dream that seems unsatisfied, or a skill that is yet to be realized. Where you begin your reimagining is up to you. So over the next few days, practice visualizing what you would like to experience. Let these visions guide your conscious actions. Your imagination is in an intimate co-creative dance with your soul. Dream and become your future. Shine your imagination and let it light the way. So there you go. So the secret language of darkness is helping us to understand that everything begins within us. It's about making the unknown known. And that everything happens energetically before it happens physically. But often we see things the other way around. It's like when everything is fine in the world, then I'll feel better. But this is encouraging you to feel the way that you want to feel inside of yourself. And then the outside world will mirror that. And I know that for a lot of people, that just seems counterintuitive. But something to ask yourself is, if you've been applying this way, those old beliefs for most of your life, how is your life going? Is your life going the way that it wants to go? And look, if your life is going the way you wanted to go, great, keep doing what you're doing. This is more about if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and nothing seems to be shifting or moving. It's like, okay, well, to get a different result, you've got to go about things differently. We've all heard the old Einstein quote, the definition of madness is to go about doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I slightly paraphrased there, but you get the idea. So just go easy on yourself. So this month we want to bring everything back together to align ourselves. And to align ourselves really just means that our heart and our mind and our soul are all in agreement. If you're having a disagreement with yourself, it's because there's something that in you that is out of balance, out of alignment. So it's your job to find where that is and try and bring it back into place. Now, we can often use many ways to soothe ourselves. We're human and we can reimagine anything, and we have many creative ways that we use to soothe the difficulties in life, whether it be from eating all the way to shopping, sex, gambling, drugs, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. They're all just symptoms of us trying to soothe ourselves. Problems occur, of course, when we then rely on those things to make us feel good, and that's what forms addictions. However, this is just a little reminder that when you're feeling like you've got to do something to soothe yourself, when you hear yourself say, oh, I really need a drink now, or I really need this, or I really need that, or you want to reward yourself with food because something I can do, it's like, okay, stop and ask yourself, why? Why do I want to soothe myself? Mainly because you feel unworthy, because you've just done something that you really didn't want to do, or something from an unbalanced point of view, but you felt you had to do it in order to survive, or in order to be loved or accepted, or so no one would laugh at you or yell at you or maybe leave you. In other words, you've just compromised yourself. You've done something that you really didn't want to do, but you thought you had to do it to survive. So then we look to another way to soothe ourselves. So whenever you get that feeling now, because I'm making you aware of it, you're becoming enlightened so that you can reimagine any aspect of your life. It's like, okay, I don't have to make the same decisions I've always made. I can go about this differently, and find different ways to soothe yourself if you like. But just, I can tell you, just being aware of it and maybe doing some journaling work, or maybe having a chat to your higher self or to yourself, or maybe having a chat to someone else, going to see a therapist or a healer, or a card reader, will help you to understand those parts and bring them into balance. But right there in that moment when that's happening, just do something completely different. Go for a walk, run on the spot, dance, wiggle your hips, do something entirely different. And if you're in a situation where you're talking to people, just excuse yourself. Go to the toilet. Yeah, you don't have to go to the toilet, but just say, I'm going to the toilet. And do something. Shift yourself from that point of view. Shift yourself from whatever is happening so that you can gain another point of view. So think of November's energy as really supporting you and helping you to find that. So thank you so much for being here today. I really hoped that helped you. I hope it brought some relief to anything that you may be going through, and to know that, you're okay, and it's okay to feel disorientated and weird and strange and not understand what's going on. And hopefully I've given you some tools to work with that, especially as we go through these transformational energies in November. Just be you. And always know that I'm here to support you through anything if you want to have a session with me. Certainly use the tools that I have created, as in the cards, or the apps, or the meditations. So I'll see you next week. And in the meantime, always remember, be kind, be curious, and dream big.